What's up? It's Billy from Masterful Mechanics Baseball. Thanks for joining us today for part 2 of our advanced warm-up throwing program. We have 2 throws or drills to go over today. So that brings us to our 3 learning objectives, and objective number 1 is just to learn part 2 of our advanced throwing program. I know you're going to be able to do that if you pay attention here, and I know you're going to pay attention to me, of course. And learning objective number 2 is to learn how these 2 throws can impact our throwing mechanics for the better, and then how they can also improve our arm strength. And learning objective number 3 is a little different today. We're going to look at the difference between how a position player should approach these 2 throws or these 2 drills and how a pitcher would approach these 2 drills. So we're going to show some love to our position players. I know I do a lot of videos that are pitching related, but we got to show some respect to our position guys because they're making the plays behind us. So we need them as pitchers. And more videos in the future are going to go over some information about fielding, different positions, hitting. So these videos are going to be all inclusive for everybody that plays baseball and not just pitchers. So let's get started. This would be the 4th throw of our advanced warm-up throwing program. So the 4th throw, once you get to that, we started parallel throws, lunge throws, and then we went to weight transfer drill. I'm trying to remember, I did this a few days ago. Weight transfer drill, and then number 4 is real easy. It's just step and throw. Okay, so let's look at how we can do this first of all as a position player. Okay, step and throw. So we got our partner, we're at about like maybe 90 feet, for guys that play on MLB dimensions. We're back, your partner's at 90 feet. So we're just gonna step and throw, focusing on the 4 points again. Our shoulder, hip, knee, and heel are all gonna go right towards our target. We're gonna step and bring our hip forward first, keeping our shoulders back to get that separation between our hip to our shoulders. Okay, my hips are forward, my shoulders are back. And then when we throw, we're gonna point our glove at the target, reach out, let her rip. Okay, again, position player, this can be, you catch a line drive and you're gonna double somebody up at second as an infielder, or you get a nice easy ground ball, you're just gonna set your feet, step and throw. Okay, this is just your basic throw, okay, to get used to, this is how I'm gonna be performing this throw in the game, so I'm gonna be trying to repeat it and be consistent every time. Step and throw, you can practice on having quick hands, quick feet, whatever you want. Okay, start facing your partner, turn just like you would in a game, step, throw. And then as a position player, we still want to reach out and get our release point going forward. And also, especially as an infielder, you always want your weight and your momentum going towards your target. So if I'm throwing to first, and first is that way, when I throw, I want my feet to carry me towards first. So then I know my momentum and everything is going towards first. Okay, so as an infielder, you catch the ball. You can work on being quick here. Okay, I caught it. Boom, I'm going to go, step and throw real quick. Okay, these are just a few things that you can work on just for the step and throw, really easy. And then you can make it a little more realistic, like you would in a game, and have to speed it up. You can even try your throws from different angles, over top, or say you're turning 2, and you want to be quick, field it, boom, you can practice, okay, I'm going to throw it from down here, practice my different throws, my different angles. All right, as a pitcher, we want to approach this drill totally different. Okay, nothing like a position player. So as a pitcher, we're going to approach this drill as if we're throwing from the stretch. Okay, so I'm in the set position. I want to get my leg up to the balance point, pause, and then I'm going to work on leading with that front hip, getting sink in my back leg so I can lead with the hip, saying back, 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 then driving just before my front foot hits, trying to achieve that separation. Hips go forward, shoulders are back, so right before my front hits, then my shoulders come forward. Show you here again, and as a pitcher, again, this is in the extension phase of our throwing program, so we're going to be putting loft under the ball. We already went over our long toss procedures. We're in the extension phase, meaning we're going to still be getting loft, throwing up, letting our arm nice, loose, and long. So here, eyes on the target, breath, leg up, hip, knee sinks, back, 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 then drive. Show you 2 real time. Show them how Billy does it from Masterful Mechanics Baseball. Here we go, leg up. Okay, there we are for step and throw. So it's going to be, like I said, completely different for a position player and a pitcher, because obviously position players are never going to bring their leg up when they're in the field, and pitchers are, well, we can practice, our PFPs if we want to, but for a warm-up program, I would rather prefer us to get to the balance point and try to keep it realistic, kind of like you're throwing off the mound. All right, so for the final phase of our warm-up throwing program, we're going to do crow hop. Okay, so we'll approach it as a position player first. Position player, we can do normal crow hop just to get our arm loose, to build arm strength. We're going to be distancing ourselves from our partner, not social distancing, but distancing in the extension phase where we're moving back further and further, so then we can keep throwing harder and harder to improve our arm strength and see how far back we can get. We want the majority of our power coming from our legs, riding up through our hips, then to our shoulders. So work from the ground up also as a position player. So if you're in the extension phase, we're going to stay long and loose even as a position player, okay, just to get loft under the ball and keep our arm and get it loose and get it stronger. But the difference is, as a position player, you can work on quick feet, so get here, and if you're an infielder, you can work on, okay, how are my feet going to be when I throw the ball? So I'm not already going to be sideways, I'm going to field a ground ball as an infielder, then I'm going to turn, then crow hop, then throw. All right, or sometimes you're charging the ball, boom, then you need to set your feet, that's how I'll crow hop. And then as an outfielder, you can work on, if you're not a step behind guy when you crow hop, that's fine. If you're more of a hop guy, that's cool too. So you catch the ball, say here, boom, you're an outfielder. I'm gonna get it right here, and then I do my hop, hop, throw. Okay, a lot of outfielders prefer that way to crow hop, and that's totally fine. Again, just get it here, pretend, you can throw the ball up or just pretend catch it from your partner. Okay, I got my feet like I would have them. Okay, I caught the ball, now I'm gonna hop, then throw. Okay, the main difference is, the main similarity is we wanna have our front hip on the target no matter if we're a position player, pitcher, infielder, outfielder, we always want our front hip, shoulder, everything on the target. So no matter how you get to here, it doesn't matter as long as you have the 4 points on your target: heel, knee, hip, shoulder. So I'll show you a few real time as an infielder here. Here I'm going to practice quick feet on this one and quick hands, so I'm just going to turn, crow hop. Outfielder, I'm going to pretend I caught a fly ball, crow hop. Okay, and then as a pitcher, we're going to approach it differently again. We're going to approach it so we're consistent every time, because as a pitcher, we don't have to worry about if it's a ground ball, if it's a pop-up, if we're throwing to first, throwing to second, whatever. Our mechanics off the mound are going to be the same. We want them to be the same and be consistent every time. Okay, so when we do our crow hop, we're going to do it again just like in our, like we went over in the long toss procedures. Crow hop, step with that front foot, and then bring our back foot behind to keep our weight back, sink here, lead with the hip. Okay, and then that's when we throw, boom, let it long and loose for the extension phase. Let me show you one more time. Front foot, back, sink, hip, 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 push. Okay, and notice the separation I get when I do it real time. Here my hips are forward, my shoulders are back until the last second. And this way we can be consistent and realistic like we're doing off the mound. Okay, I'm going to use my legs first. Legs, 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 shoulders back, back, back. Okay, then they pivot forward right before I release the ball. So I'll show you a few real time. And another advanced move pitchers can work on is when they're back, back, and then they throw, use that front leg, be strong, and pull yourself forward with that front hamstring. So on this one, if you want to watch my front leg, and I'm going to have a front leg emphasis to keep my momentum going forward after I achieve that separation. All right, so there you have it. There's the last 2 throws in our advanced warm-up throwing program. Learning objective number 1, you did it. You paid attention, you focused on the 2 different throws. Learning objective number 2 was to learn how these throws can improve our arm strength, which we did because we're in the extension phase and we're going to keep moving further back and getting more on the ball, working from the ground up to improve our arm strength and also our throwing mechanics, because consistently we're going to do this the same way each time, where we're going to have the 4 points on our target, lead with our hip, keep our weight back. Okay, so every throw we have to tackle with 100% focused intent. Okay, every throw matters. Every throw is going to get us better, whether we're a position player or a pitcher. And that's how we improve our throwing mechanics, is by consistently repeating them until we can do them subconsciously without even thinking about it. That's the goal. So when you're in competition, you just go out there and do it, and you're just in your zen, you're in the zone, you can do it without thinking about it. And then learning objective number 3, we looked at the different ways to tackle this as a position player. A lot of it is working on getting quick feet, quick hands, being realistic, approaching it like we would in a game. We're fielding a ground ball, catching a pop-up, fly ball, whatever. And now we need to get our hips in a position and our feet in a position to make a good throw. And as a pitcher, we learned how we're going to approach this the same way. We're going to throw it every time, focusing on our good mechanics, good intent, working from the ground up, utilizing our legs, and then letting our shoulders and our throwing arm ride through last. So there you have it for our 5 drills for our advanced warm-up throwing program. Thanks for rocking with me again. The next one, we're going to look at some actual pitching drills. So that'll be fun. I'm going to have these all up on YouTube here, so check them out. Thanks again. Peace out, everybody.